Why messing with a quiet super empath is a very big mistake. Everyone, today we're diving into the intriguing world of empaths, and not just any empaths. We're talking about the extraordinary quiet super empaths. Contrary to the belief that all empaths are easy to push around, these individuals can play tit for tat when the situation demands. So stick around as we uncover the 9 compelling reasons why messing with a quiet super empath is a grave mistake. Before we delve into these fascinating insights, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your engagement makes our community stronger and more vibrant. Now, let's unravel the unique qualities of quiet super empaths. Let's jump in. 1. Super empaths give people what they deserve. One thing that makes super empaths special is their ability to see through fake appearances and understand people's true characters. They can tell when someone deserves kindness, empathy, and support, and they freely give it. On the flip side, if they come across someone who has acted badly or caused harm, super empaths don't shy away from making sure they face the consequences. What's really cool is how they handle justice. No big confrontations or revenge plots. They have this subtle but strong way of making sure people face what they've brought on themselves, whether through karma, natural outcomes, or legal actions. It's like they've got this invisible force guiding people toward what they truly deserve. Super empaths also stand up for those who've been treated unfairly. They're like heroes for the underprivileged and oppressed. They make sure justice is fair, and those who've been wronged get the help they need. So if you're a super empath, how do you decide if someone deserves your trust and affection? 2. Super empaths will not put people in their places. Super empaths are sharp observers of how people act. They're really good at understanding power dynamics and knowing when someone is crossing the line or behaving badly. Just because they're quiet doesn't mean they're pushovers. They're patient but also strategic when figuring out a situation. When they see someone who needs a reality check, super empaths do it with finesse. They have this mix of assertiveness and empathy that lets them address the issue while keeping things respectful. They choose their words carefully, saying them with quiet authority that doesn't leave much room for argument. What's impressive is how they encourage self-reflection. Instead of getting into fights or power struggles, super empaths get people to think about their own actions and why they're doing things. They guide them to see the impact of what they're doing on others and why they might need to change. Super empaths aren't into controlling others or seeking revenge. They just want things to be fair and balanced. They're all about healthy boundaries and respectful communication, and they stand up for these ideas with firm yet compassionate voices. 3. Super empaths can kick people out of their lives without hesitation. When super empaths sense toxicity or harmful vibes, they don't waste time making tough decisions to keep themselves safe. What makes them really strong is their ability to set boundaries. Super empaths get that having boundaries is key for keeping their emotional well-being intact. If someone keeps crossing those boundaries, they take action. Cutting people out of their lives isn't a quick decision. They think it through carefully to protect their peace and sanity. What's really impressive is how they can distance themselves from negative relationships with grace. They don't get into big fights or seek revenge. Instead, they quietly and confidently step away from people who bring harm. Their actions speak loudly, telling everyone that they prioritize their well-being above everything else. What stands out is their resilience. Super empaths don't dwell on cutting out toxic people. They focus on healing and getting better. They see these decisions as chances for personal growth and discovering more about themselves, using the experience to become even stronger and wiser. 4. Super empaths know the difference between jokes and bullying. Super empaths get that humor spices up life, but they won't just stand there when it turns mean. They're like human lie detectors, picking up on the vibes and intentions behind words and actions. They know jokes are supposed to bring joy and connection, not hurt or shame. Trying to slip nasty jokes past their radar is a lost cause. What makes them even cooler is their protective side. They turn into empathy warriors when they see others being bullied or mistreated. Injustice doesn't sit well with them, and they'll speak up for fairness and kindness with strong determination. Messing with a super empath means going up against the champion of justice and empathy. Also, they're not pushovers. They know how to communicate. When dealing with bullying, they don't go for aggression or payback. Instead, They use their finely tuned communication skills to address the problem assertively and diplomatically. They aim for understanding and resolution, not revenge. If you're a super empath, how do you deal with people who've crossed the line? 5. Super empaths will push people's limits. Super empaths are like experts in knowing the emotional boundaries of those around them. They can sense when someone's being pushed too hard or facing too much pressure. While they might stay quiet at first in a conflict, it's not because they're weak. It's a smart move to figure out the situation. When they feel boundaries are being crossed or there's unfairness, super empaths know how to push back without getting aggressive. They use their empathy to gently guide people towards self-reflection and personal growth. This can kickstart positive changes as people realize their limits and make improvements. Super empaths are pros at helping others grow. They encourage thinking about oneself and empower people to set healthier boundaries. Also, they lead by example. Their commitment to growing personally and being emotionally smart inspires those around them. People see the strength and resilience in super empaths and want to be like that in their own lives. If you're a super empath, how else can you teach those who oppress you a lesson? 6. Super empaths will do the right thing no matter what. The moral compass of a super empath is like a guide, so it's a big mistake to think they'll back down. They have this natural sense of justice and empathy that goes beyond their own interests. They're all about making ethical choices and sticking to fairness and kindness. When faced with moral dilemmas or situations that test integrity, they won't give in or compromise their values. What makes them stand out is their quiet determination. They don't need applause or recognition for doing what they believe is right. Their inner compass is enough. This strong commitment can be a powerful force that inspires others to do the same, making their actions even more impactful. Super empaths aren't swayed by peer pressure, societal norms, or outside influences. They really get how their choices can affect others, and this foresight helps them stay true to their beliefs, even in tough times. 7. Super empaths will bite back. Super empaths are like emotional wizards, turning negativity into resilience. When someone gets on their nerves, they might start with silence to check out the situation fully. This quiet isn't a weakness. It's more like a tiger stalking its prey, a move to figure things out. But don't get it twisted. Super empaths have a limit. When that line is crossed, they switch from quiet watchers to strong defenders of what's right. Their emotional smarts help them hit back with precision, aiming at the source of the problem with sharp and often cutting words that leave their opponents stunned. The empathy that usually brings compassion can turn into a weapon of truth and clarity. Super empaths know how to talk about the pain and injustice they see, taking apart the arguments of those who dare to provoke them. Their words are solid and fair, making it tough to argue against what they're saying. 8. Super empaths can see through people's intentions. Super empaths have an emotional superpower that lets them see past the masks people wear. They can pick up on insincerity, hidden plans, and secret motives like it's second nature. It's like they have a radar tuned into the true nature of everyone they meet, making any attempts to trick them useless. Their intuition is like magic. They can catch the little hints in tone, body language, and vibes that spill the beans on the truth behind words and actions. If you're thinking of messing with them, know that they've already figured out your true intentions, and they're planning their move with careful precision. So trying to provoke a super empath is like trying to beat a chess grandmaster at their own game. They don't just react. They're ready for whatever comes. When faced with bad vibes, they can use their insights to calm things down or, if needed, show the real deal behind those trying to deceive or hurt them. If you're a super empath, what would you do with info you just knew from people? 9. Super empaths will prove people wrong with their arguments. The open-mindedness of a super empath lets them break down arguments with skill, finding flaws and mistakes that others might miss. Super empaths bring their empathetic superpower to the word battlefield. They get the emotional currents that often fuel disagreements, handling the logical parts of an argument and the underlying feelings, aiming for a deeper understanding and a solution. What makes them special is how they stay cool under pressure. While others might get all emotional or attack personally when challenged, super empaths stick to the strength of their argument and their solid commitment to the truth. This strong determination can be disarming, leaving opponents searching for a way out. Super empaths aren't just great at arguing, They're also awesome communicators. They can talk about their thoughts in a way that's smooth and convincing. Their words carry weight and realness, making it hard to argue against what they're saying. In conclusion, super empaths find satisfaction in consistently dismissing toxic relationships. Their innate grace and love are inherent qualities, but when faced with those who disrupt their well-being, they can swiftly transform into a force to be reckoned with. As a super empath, what lessons do you think people should learn about not crossing your path? And how do you effectively convey these lessons to those who attempt to disrupt your peace? Have a nice day, everyone.